Going it alone, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex announced they're stepping back as senior royals.
Will you no longer take your children back to the UK?
I think it's probably too soon to tell. I would love reconciliation with my family.
Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, plan to move back to the UK.
You know, I think they get a bad rap. My thoughts are that I'm not especially happy about it.
I think it's great. They're back home.
After years of global headlines, a rupture with the royal family and a high-profile move to California, Prince Harry and Meghan prepare to return to the UK. So why now? How did we get here? And what could their return mean for the Sussexes and the wider royal family? Let's go back to 2020. Shortly before the pandemic, Harry and Meghan shocked the world by announcing they are stepping back as senior royals, meaning they wouldn't take part in official duties or receive the same level of taxpayer-funded security as working royals. The Duke and Duchess moved to California later that year.
What's termed or referred to as the invisible contract behind closed doors between the institution and the tabloids.
In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, Harry says racism in the press was a large part of why the couple left the UK. Meghan says life within the royal family was so difficult at times she didn't want to be alive anymore.
For now 10 years, every day for 10 years, I have been bullied and attacked. And I was the most trolled person in the entire world, man, woman. I'm still here.
Buckingham Palace said, while some recollections may vary, they are taken very seriously and would be addressed by the family privately. The next year, Harry travels to the UK after the death of his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. The Netflix series Harry and Meghan premieres, and a month later, Harry publishes his memoir, Spare. Harry attends the coronation of his father, King Charles, alone at Westminster Abbey. The King is diagnosed with cancer. The Duke flies to the UK to meet with his father. A few months later, in an interview with the BBC, he says he wants reconciliation with his family. Then, in a shock move, Harry and Meghan announced their decision to move back to the UK with their children.
I'm a bit surprised, actually. Just didn't think that it was going to ever come to fruition. You know, I felt like they would just stay away.
They're coming back to UK. That's absolutely fine, in my opinion. And if they want to live a life like normal people, that's also absolutely fine.
Oh, they're welcome to stay in California. No, they're always welcome to be in California, but they've had disagreements with their other family. And I think that's only positive that families can patch up their differences.
So why now and what's changed? Does this move reflect any problems in the US? Perhaps a failure of the American dream? We've been told that's not the case. Their decision to leave has been relatively sudden.
Perhaps at the root of it, but again, I am speculating, is the fact that the children are 7 and 5 now, they're going to school, and at that stage you need to think, where are the children going to put down roots and where is their schooling going to be? And at the other end of the age spectrum, he has an elderly father, as we know, who is living with cancer, and I think that has exerted its own pressure on his thinking.
In an interview with the BBC in 2025, Prince Harry said this.
I can't see a world in which I would be bringing my wife and children back to the UK at this point. And the things that they're going to miss is, well, everything. You know, I love my country. I always have done, despite what some people in that country have done. So, you know, I miss the UK. I miss parts of the UK, of course I do. And I think that it's really quite sad that I won't be able to show, you know, my children my homeland. You know, of course, some members of my family will never forgive me for writing a book. Of course, they will never forgive me for lots of things. But you know, there is. I would love reconciliation with my family. You know, there's no point in continuing to fight anymore. As I said, life is precious.
But now the BBC has been told that the move has been driven by the couple's desire to be nearer Harry's family and to educate their children in the UK. We're told the decision was a surprise to the King and the wider royal family. He said to welcome the chance to spend more time with the Sussex family privately. People who know them well say it's come as a shock.
What fantastic news. You know, Prince Harry, as you quite rightly said, he's been involved in the Invictus movement right from the start. The Invictus Games is coming back to the UK next year, so he'll be in the UK ready to welcome the world to Birmingham and celebrate another iteration of the Invictus Games.
After a few years away, in 2026, the entire family came to the UK to visit. There have been suggestions that this turned a possible move back into a firm decision. So where will the couple live when they move back to the UK? The exact location has not yet been revealed, but it will not be London. And what about their security when moving back? That is really unclear. In the US, the Sussexes have employed a private security team to protect them. There was no comment when asked by the BBC whether that team would be moving to the UK. Nor is it clear if there's any resolution to Harry's long-running dispute for official police protection when in the UK.
Security, in my view, hasn't changed. There's been no increase in security. He's not getting taxpayer-funded security. So clearly he'll have to provide security of his own while he's living in the United Kingdom. So that will be a challenge.
So what could they do for work? From Netflix deals to making jam, they've tried their hands at a number of ventures. Any work they do here will not be linked to official royal duties. When they stepped back from being working royals, Queen Elizabeth made it clear there could be no half-in, half-out arrangement for the Duke and Duchess. That will remain the case. And what of the relationship between the two brothers? To put it mildly, Prince William is unlikely to welcome the return of Harry and Meghan and the distraction and sense of a rival team that it may create.
I think William doesn't care about the pressure to reconcile. If he doesn't want to reconcile with his brother because of the things he's done, the wrongs that he feels Harry's done to him, he's not going to reconcile. But it does improve the chances, I think. I think just having him in closer proximity, they can possibly have low-key meetings, no pressure, possibly, you know, make very important that the media doesn't know because they don't want these things discussed in public.
And how will the public take all of this?
I mean, things will never be the same between William and Harry.
I knew they'd come back 10 years ago. It's common sense, isn't it?
I just like Harry, I like Meghan, I like the children coming back to England, and I like the whole family.
They should stay where they are. Okay, they chose to leave England. No one pushed them out.
I didn't even know that they lived in California, to be honest with you. I thought that they were still in England. Probably because the prices are too high. Yeah, it's affecting everybody, so you know.
No, I don't really follow them like that. Yeah, they're from England or something, right? Yeah, no, that's their business. I don't really, yeah.
They're leaving California. I thought they should stay and do the Hollywood thing.
I mean, a lot of people leaving from California, it's tough in these parts sometimes, yeah. So.
Good riddance to Meghan Markle. We don't want her. I can understand. Here's the thing that I can't stand about her. She's a big phony.
I love Meghan Markle. Yeah.
Do you? I just always wish the best for them. I love Meghan, I love Harry. I'm so happy that they have their little family. And yeah, I'm really happy that they're coming back.
This is a private matter. It's a matter for Harry and for Meghan. And we wish them well in the move that they're making.
Ramy, good morning. This news had a lot of people going, wait, what?
Myself too. Good morning, Gail. And you know, it's understood that Harry and Meghan only decided this last month and that their homecoming would be for an extended period of time.
I live in the country, and he has spent years trying to find that
So will this be their forever home? Not at the moment. But they are expecting to be in the UK for what's described as an extended period of time. As with all things Harry and Meghan, it's often love them or hate them, and that mood remains.